Alright, here we are. So this is Teresa here, the warrior, and this is the third and final weapon choice. This is the axe, of course, as you can see here. So I'm going to try to go through all this quickly so I don't get bogged down. Um, so here we are. So this is the warrior. This is a class that you're going to start the game with. You'll have a choice of 3 weapon types. Obviously, you're going to start out on Teresa, sword and board. Lazarel, he's going to be the dual swords. And you have a third option, which will be the axe. And this is what we're going with here. So, warrior in general, it's a very tanky class. Lots of defense thanks to its passive. Outside of that, MP's on the low side. It is a warrior. That's generally the theme. Has good HP, good attack, good defense, and that's pretty much it. That's all it needs. Alright, so let's do proficiency. There's 3 axe users in the game. One of them is a DLC character. The other one is Desdemona, of course. Desdemona is the best axe user in the game. But the cousins, they can, they can do a decent job. She's clearly the best, but whatever. So the thing is, the cousins are going to get a different set of moves. Again, they are treated as the same character, just, cloned, different costumes, that type of deal. So as you can see here, different abilities and whatnot. Alright, so let's see here. Again, 16 through 20. This is post-game stuff. You don't need to worry about that right here. Start at the top. You're gonna get let's see, you're gonna get 4 abilities here. Scrap metal. This is going to debuff the enemy and slow their movement speed. It's really not a massive movement speed debuff. We're also going to get Parallax. This is your ranged option. It's quite slow. Interestingly enough, Desdemona and the cousins, Teresa, Lazarel, when they use Parallax, it comes out really slow. Yangus has the best version of Parallax. He just whips that sucker out. So he could definitely spam them. You're not really going to be able to spam this move due to the animation. Just really slow animation lag. A lot of frames. Just, moving on. Jolly Rager. This is pretty good. It's not going to do a lot of damage. It's going to hit a lot of times. It's going to have some, it's big AoE. It's sort of random-ish. But it will stay on the screen, so you'll have that damage. You can just, still do other things, other moves, other combos. So I mean, it's good in that sense, but damage-wise, not really. Wildfire. This is the best move here. It's like the Spinferno on the swords. Same deal. This is just the axe version of it. It actually has a really wonky hitbox and animation. It's just strange, but it's quite fast. You're gonna have good hyper armor on it, and does some good damage. Everything else, you're just gonna get upgrades to the Parallax. You're gonna get upgrades to your Jolly Rager. Scrap metal. So proficiency level 13, it's gonna last longer, so that's good. So you're not gonna have to be throwing out the MP. You're just gonna have better uptime, better MP management here. There's really nothing else. At level 9, you can dodge out of your rampage, which I'll show in a bit. But it does interrupt the combo, so you're just gonna have to start all over. But Alright, so let's move into the skills here. So we have 3 different sections. The section here These are only active when you're on your warrior class. We're going to get some stat bonuses here. HP, strength, defense, that's good. All the stuff that we need. A lot of these passives are just generic. A lot of characters have them. But they will get a couple of abilities that will set the class and the character apart. For example, the warrior gets better defense boost, so no one else gets this, just the warrior, and it just makes him a really tanky class. You know, once you have Kabuff going, and you know, it's pretty good. I mean, you know, sometimes the game can be really just really troll you pretty bad with you know, waves of enemies or just stupid AoE damage, so it's nice. The other thing here would be auto block. You know, several characters get it. It's still good, especially for the axe. The axe has slow attack speed, and it has a lot of animation lag. You're going to be locked into animations a lot, so this is nice. Nothing else here really. I'll go over this real quick. This section is the bonus stats. You're going to get them on each class. You really want to be getting all of these abilities here. You're going to get you're going to get them all at level 36. You're going to need to get these on each of the classes, 7 classes, so 7 different sections. And the reason you're going to want this is because the stat growth for the main characters, Teresa and Lazarel, is pretty bad. So you're going to need to be investing in these to even things out so that you can be on par with the rest of the cast. Alright, spells and abilities. Every class is going to get some spells and abilities. Some will be weapon specific, such as these 3 up here. Excalibur, that was the dual blades, already did that. Power cut, that's the sword and board. That's the spam spec. And this one here is the Heartbreaker. This is for the axe. These 2 you're always going to be able to use no matter what weapon you equip, because these are just innate skills for the warrior. Body slam could have some use. It's cheap. We'll get into that in a bit. Morale masher. This is situational. Again, there's going to be some enemies that are going to buff up. When they do that, they're really going to be getting some crazy attacks and just laying on the hurt. So this is nice to debuff them. Keep in mind, you're going to have to put this on your bar, so you're going to be running, you know, 3 skills, and it's only going to be useful when the enemies are buffing themselves. So you also got to be on the warrior for it. Alright, so let's go down here and we'll go over the moveset. So the deal with the axe is it is weaker than well, I wouldn't say weaker, it's the same deal, but the heroes you know, being an axe user, they're just Desdemona's better because of Red Mist and Crash and Burn. But outside of that, they're pretty similar. So let's go over the moveset here. So we have a 5-hit combo. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is your normal string. And next we have your charge attack here. And get locked into spinning animation. So you can mix and match these. There we are. So off of your charge attack, this thing here, you hold it down, you will go into Rampage. So you'll see your character flash after 8, and you let it go, and boom, you get Hatchet Man. This has a pretty sizable AoE, probably about the width of these bricks here. Does a lot of damage, you know, but you have to charge it up, and you know, once your proficiency is high enough, you can dodge out of it, but you lose your stacks. So, and here we are. Boom, big damage. Alright. So now let's go over the Let's do... What do we want to do here? Alright, let's just do stuff that she gets. Alright, so these skills here, these are tied to the weapon proficiency tree. These really don't have anything to do with the warrior, but let's go over them. The first is Parallax. So Yangus would have already just tossed that out already. He just whips them out like nothing. So I mean, they're pretty slow. Does damage, a lot of damage. You're gonna get the big damage on the finishing blow, or the God, what am I? All these different games. You're gonna get it on the shockwave. There we are. Big damage. You can, of course, charge this up as you gain in proficiency. So here's the tier 2 version, and we are tier 3. Uber Parallax. Look at that. So, pretty crazy. The next one is Jolly Rager. So this is 3 hits there, and you're gonna just send out your little tornado. It'll be up for quite a while. I mean, it's pretty generous. You can still... So, it's decent enough. Doesn't really do too much damage. I mean, it's probably about average damage. Scrap metal. This one actually does quite a bit of damage, and it debuffs their defense and reduces their movement speed, and it's just does good damage. Just a really good move. You're always going to want to keep this on your bar unless you have another axe user. You know, if you're going to bring Lazarel, you can have him keep scrap metal on, and you can go for free slots, or just, you know, Desdemona. You get the deal. Alright, so the last one I'm going to show you is Wildfire. So kind of just glitches out. Look at this, kind of weird. It's fast and it hits hard. So this is definitely the move that you want to use. One thing to note is that the MP costs are rather high for the axe. I mean, everything's above 10 here. Parallax, Wildfire, Jolly Rager, Scrap Metal. So you're going to be using a lot of MP. The warrior doesn't, you know, it doesn't really have a whole lot of MP. So keep that in mind. Alright, so now let's get into the abilities here. So this would be Heartbreaker, Body Slam, and Morale Masher. So let's go ahead and slot these in. Morale Masher, Body Slam, Heartbreaker. Alright, let's do Morale Masher. So when they buff up, you blast them with that. You're going to dispel their effect, maybe stagger them, and then you just lay on the pain. So it is situational. You got to keep it on your bar, and you also have to be warrior. So, but if you know, if the stars align, it's quite good. Alright, so the second thing would be Body Slam. It's a gap closer. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage. You can mostly use it to animation cancel, extend combos, that sort of thing. And this is the warrior's axe move. So the gladiator will not get this move. This is warrior only, and it is Heartbreaker. Just does average damage, but the thing is that it will stagger anything that's not a giant. So some of the bosses that you're gonna fight, for example, the boss in the introduction, the God, whatever that thing was, the big old club, the dopey looking dragon. Yeah, you're not gonna stagger him, but you know, you can stagger trolls, and well, actually, let me go show you down here. So let's go ahead and God, what a life. What a life. Alright. See how he gets staggered here? Come on now. What are you doing? There we go. So it'll interrupt, staggered. So the damage is, you know, it's so look. Body slam 172, 308, and then scrap metal. Try that again. So. And this one. Oh. Wrong move. Alright, well. Let's move on. So you get the deal. You know, Heartbreaker. I don't know. I mean, outside of that, again, you don't really need to stagger and interrupt enemies. You can just flat out beat them up, and so the warrior going axe really doesn't gain a whole lot. The extra defense is nice because the warrior is a sort of slow class, just slow attack speed. You're going to be locked into this animation. I can't dodge, can't jump, can't do nothing. You do so after the finisher, but you know. So I mean, that's really the only advantage that the warrior's going to give. I mean, I suppose you could do body slam in a Heartbreaker, but Heartbreaker does have a bit of startup time, and it really doesn't move you too far. So, I don't know. I would just, I mean, you can keep it on the bar if you want. But, I mean, this is what I would do. I would just ignore Heartbreaker. And, you know, you could just put Morale Masher if you want. So basically you're just going to want to drop their defense. Wildfire, same deal. You're going to blow through all of your MP. So this is what you want to do when you build up your tension. Just keep doing these two over and over. Just like that. Easy peasy. Let's go and let's go over here. See if I can cause some trouble. Alright, what do we got? Alright, that looks good. Alright. Let's see. Do Heartbreaker, Rager. Just keep doing that. Wow. So you can stagger these guys. Like, he's not going to be able to do nothing to you. Let's see. You get full MP and all this. So, I mean... Wow. They're down. Dummy. Alright, so you get the deal here. So let's talk about builds. I mean, there's really nothing that stands out on for the Axe Warrior here. So let's just go into accessories here. I mean, Axe has some good moves. I mean, they do a fair amount of damage. So, I mean, Dog Collar. I mean, basically anything that's going to use, you know, if you have good moves, it's just, you want to have that on there. It's going to give you a little bit of HP, a little bit of attack. Reckless, I mean, it doesn't matter. You can put whatever you want here. I just put a Reckless, and then the Prayer Ring. Again, a lot of its attacks, you know, they're all, well, not the Heartbreaker's 9. So, I mean, but they're pretty costly, so you're going to want to have that extra MP. This would be, I suppose, your standard loadout, I guess. There's two other builds that you can do. They would be, let's do you'd go Tough Guy Tattoo, and I mean, let's just do Prayer Ring, and let's do maybe a bell, whatever. This would be your you really wouldn't be using a lot of abilities here because you're rolling the Tough Guy Tattoo, and what this does is that it halts your MP regeneration in battle. You'll still regen outside of battle, but you know, you can just do Morale Masher, maybe Zap. You can deal with the robots. So there you go. You would just use these for whatever, and you would primarily, you know, do your fighting with your Rampage. So no MP in battle, but you're going to be doing 30% more damage, and you know, this is an option. Come on now. So I mean, you could do that. I mean, the axe is decent enough that you can actually use a Tough Guy Tattoo build. You know, Desdemona is going to be doing this better. So basically, Desdemona can do anything you can do. She can do it better, but you know, it's still an option here. It's not too bad. Chump. Alright, so the last build you could do, it's going to be better on the Gladiator, but you know, you could do it now if that's what you want to do. You would go, you do the Meteor. No, I already passed it. There we are. Meteor. You're going to put some extra MP, which we're going to need. Let's do this. And Sorcerer. Around here somewhere. There we are. Sorcerer's Ring. So now our MP is at 162. And what we're going to do here is we're going to switch these out, and we are going to be a Parallax build. It's pretty decent. I mean, I suppose you can just leave it there. You would do... It really doesn't matter. Just put that there, just for utility. And so what we're going to do here is just go pure Parallax. Again, you only want you can only do this build. You're only really going to see it be useful at level 8, proficiency level 8, because that's when we're going to get our tier 2 parallax. So let's just quickly throw these out. Charge it up. So it's gonna charge quicker, but it's gonna cost more MP. So basically, when you're in tension, let's see. God, I'm already at 25 minutes. All right. Hey. I just want to charge up. There we are. There we are. Alright, so now we're in tension. And there we go. Let this out. I mean, so the damage is there.
I hope you're ready for this.
Yeah. There we are. So, I mean, those are the three ways I'd play it. There's really nothing that stands out on the warrior for the axe. The axe in general for the cousins is worse than Desdemona. I'll do Desdemona eventually once I get there, and so it'll make more sense. Desdemona is actually pretty crazy, but so I mean, some characters are better than others. That's a Muso game for you. So I'm gonna call it here, and I'll see you guys again. Take care now.